Before you open your next chart, let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed how differently you trade depending on the state you wake up in? Some days you feel centered and patient, and everything feels clear. Other days you feel stressed, rushed, tired, frustrated, or even a little too excited. And suddenly, the smallest move on the chart starts pushing you toward decisions you did not plan. The truth is that most bad trades do not start with a bad setup. They start with a bad emotional state that goes unnoticed before you click the buy or sell button. When you enter the market without knowing what is happening inside you, your rules become harder to follow, and your discipline becomes easier to break. Today, you will learn a simple way to check your emotional state before it takes control of your session. Welcome back to the ComLucro channel. This video is part of our series Psychology Mindset Workout for Traders, and today we are focusing on a technique called pre-trade emotional check-in. This approach is supported by research in emotional regulation and decision-making from institutions like Stanford University and the University of Wisconsin. These studies show that your internal state influences how clearly you process information and how consistently you follow your rules. Your emotional state also changes the way you interpret movement on the chart. Stress can make you see risk everywhere and hesitate. Excitement can make you jump into trades too fast. Frustration can make you chase entries you did not plan. And fatigue can make you overlook details that normally stand out. These shifts happen quietly before you place a single order, and they shape the quality of every decision that comes after. The pre-trade emotional check-in gives you a simple way to reset your state before you engage with the market. It helps you start your session with clarity instead of pressure. It brings your focus back to intention instead of reaction. And it prepares the mental foundation you need to trade with discipline and consistency. So if you like this kind of video, please like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. And join the ComLucro community to support the channel and keep improving as a trader. Now that you understand why this technique is important, let us break down how it actually works. The goal of the pre-trade emotional check-in is to help you recognize the state you are bringing into the market before it influences your decisions. Most traders skip this step because they believe their mindset is neutral by default. But your state is always shifting, affected by sleep, stress, previous results, or even things outside of trading. When you begin your session without checking it, you allow those hidden emotions to shape your perception of the chart. The first step is awareness. Before looking at any setup, pause for a moment and observe how your body feels. Ask yourself if you feel calm, tense, rushed, distracted, impatient, or confident. This simple observation creates distance between you and the emotion. Instead of acting from the feeling, you begin to notice it. That awareness already reduces the intensity of impulsive behavior, giving you more control over the decisions that follow. The second step is identification. After observing the emotion, give it a clear label. You might say, I feel anxious, I feel excited, or I feel frustrated. Labeling the emotion activates a different part of your brain, shifting activity away from the emotional centers and toward logical processing. This makes the feeling less overwhelming and easier to manage. With the emotion identified, you step into the market with a clearer understanding of what is influencing your judgment. The third step is alignment. Once you recognize and label your emotional state, you compare it with the type of mindset required for your trading plan. If your plan demands patience and you notice that you feel rushed, you already know you're not aligned. If your strategy requires discipline and you feel frustrated, that emotion will likely push you into forcing trades. Alignment is about asking one simple question. Does my current state support the way I need to trade today? This question brings clarity before any chart analysis begins. The fourth step is adjustment. If your state is not aligned, you take a brief moment to reset it before engaging with the market. This can be as simple as 1 minute of slow breathing, a short pause away from the screen, or reviewing your trading plan to reconnect with your rules. Small resets like this prevent emotional carryover from becoming impulsive actions. It is far better to take 60 seconds now than to spend hours recovering from a mistake caused by a reactive mindset. The final step is commitment. After resetting your state, You make a deliberate decision to follow your plan as it is written. This moment of intention anchors your behavior for the rest of the session. It creates a mental agreement that says, I will trade based on structure, not emotion. When you begin your session with awareness, identification, alignment, adjustment, and commitment, you enter the market with clarity. You do not depend on luck or mood. You depend on preparation. Now, let us look at how this technique works in real trading situations. Imagine starting your session after a stressful morning. You sit down at the desk, open the chart, and feel the urge to act quickly, as if placing a trade will help release the tension. Without noticing your state, you are already at risk of forcing entries. But with a quick emotional check-in, you identify the tension, label it, and take a brief moment to reset. That pause prevents you from beginning the day with reactive decisions. Another common scenario is entering the market right after a losing streak. Frustration builds, and you feel the need to win back what you lost. This is the perfect environment for revenge trading. When you pause and identify the emotion before analyzing the chart, you reduce its power. You acknowledge the frustration and realign your mindset with your trading plan. That single step protects you from decisions driven by urgency and fear. It gives you the space to slow down, breathe, and return to your rules with more clarity. As the pressure fades, you regain the ability to see structure instead of reacting to emotion, and the urge to force a trade loses strength. You can also apply this technique after a winning streak. Positive emotions can be just as dangerous when they spill into overconfidence. Feeling unstoppable can lead to oversized positions or trades outside your rules. The emotional check-in helps you recognize that elevated excitement and brings you back to a grounded state. With clarity restored, you approach the next setup with the same discipline that created your success in the first place. Here is how you can start practicing the pre-trade emotional check-in today. Before your session begins, take 1 minute to pause and observe your internal state. Notice how your body feels. Identify any emotion present and give it a clear label. This short moment of awareness sets the tone for your entire trading day and prepares your mind to read the chart with clarity. During the session, use the check-in whenever you feel your state shifting. It might happen after a rapid price move, a missed entry, a sudden loss, or even during long periods of waiting. Each time you notice a change, pause for a few seconds, identify the emotion, and reconnect with your trading plan. These small interventions prevent emotional reactions from growing into larger mistakes. Your exercise for this week is simple. Complete the pre-trade emotional check-in at least twice per session. Once before you begin trading, and once at any moment when your emotions rise or your focus begins to fade. With repetition, this process becomes automatic. Over time, you will notice that your decisions feel more intentional and your sessions feel more controlled. You will not just analyze the market, you will also understand yourself. As you work with this technique, you will begin to see how much your emotional state influences the quality of your trading. The same setups that once felt confusing start to look clearer. The moments that used to trigger impulsive reactions lose their force, and the pressure that once controlled your decisions becomes something you can understand and manage. Each check-in strengthens your ability to stay present, disciplined, and aligned with your plan. This video is part of our series Psychology Mindset Workout for Traders, where each session builds a different pillar of your emotional performance. Keep observing your internal state and keep practicing this simple check-in. With time, you will build the emotional stability that supports consistent and confident trading. Stay focused, stay steady, and I will see you in the next workout. Please also remember that our mission here on the ComLucro channel is to give traders the clarity and confidence they need to make smarter decisions in the market. Every video, every course, and every piece of content we create has one clear purpose: to deliver practical, easy-to-apply knowledge that helps you grow step by step as a trader. Here on the channel, you'll find complete courses on smart money concepts, technical analysis for day traders, and trading psychology. Because trading isn't just about charts, it's also about mindset, discipline, and risk management. We also share lessons and insights from some of the most respected names in trading, professionals like David Paul, Alexander Elder, Tom Hugard, Mark Douglas, Al Brooks, Larry Williams, and many others whose experience has shaped the way we understand the markets today. If you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, please give it a like. It really helps more traders discover our content. And don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest insights and strategies. If you'd like to go even deeper and access exclusive content, early video releases, and additional tools to support your development, consider joining the ComLucro trader community right here on YouTube. It's a simple way to support our work and a smart investment in your own growth as a trader. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.